should be on Facebook. Somebody check that for me because it's not letting me check my own. Yo, can you see if we live on Facebook just so I can see if everything happened the way it's supposed to happen? Twitch, we on Twitch. It's not letting me see it though. I need to see if Brody tagged me. This shit the right way. And it's not, bro. I can't even put that shit in there. That shit making me so mad. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't know how to do that shit. But anyway, listen, we gonna run it though. We gonna run it how it should be run. Listen, welcome to another episode of Stragglers Jackpot Podcast Edition. We got a good guest for y'all today. Let me get this out the way real quick though. Listen, Hefty Packs. Make sure y'all go grab those Hefty Packs. Holla at Lando. He got those. Make sure y'all fuck with the Hefty Pack team. They giving us a lot of money to make sure we do them advertisements. So make sure y'all go grab them Hefty Packs. Holla at Lando to get them Hefty Packs. He got it good. We got something big for y'all today. We got a big star in the building for y'all today. I know I just started doing this and I'm getting better at doing what I do. But I got my man Troy. If y'all don't know who this is, he's from Buffalo. He was a star on what is it? Life After Lockup?
Life After Lockup.
Life After Lockup. So y'all probably know him. Y'all probably know his story. He was fortunate and good enough to pull up off the strength of bundles. So make sure y'all treat him with respect while he here on this platform. Y'all show some love to him. If y'all don't know who he is, what's up, bro? I appreciate you doing this.
I appreciate you.
Definitely appreciate you doing this. So what's up? I feel like, man, we've been trying to put this together for, well, not that long. We ain't even been doing this that long, but I liked your story. I liked your bop, and I felt like it can help me too also as well, not for nothing. Just to get publicity out there, stuff like that. I feel like the people already know who you is. Life After Lockup, if y'all don't know what that is, well, you could tell them. You could tell them what Life After Lockup was.
If they don't know what Life After Lockup is, which most people, for the most part, they do and they don't, so it give or take. It's a reality show about my life. I was incarcerated. I did 7 years in prison, and it basically just follows up on, I met someone while I was incarcerated, my wife, and along the lines we got married. They tell their story how they want to tell it, and that's just what it is. So we genuinely went on in there, went on a TV show to tell a genuine love story, to inspire people
Right.
to, want to change lives however which way we can. And a lot of that shit turned out to be a straight shit show, you heard?
Oh, well, so was it a thing like? So was it your wife that had to do the paperwork with them? Did they come see you before while you was in prison to do the paperwork? Was it something y'all both had to do together to be on the show? How did they engage you to be on that show?
Basically, I would have to start with a lot of it was just through manifestation. Like during my incarceration, I was well kept as an individual, as far as like my mind, my body, my soul. I practice what I preach for the most part. I'm not perfect, we all have our flaws, but I worked on perfecting imperfectness, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just was one of those people during my incarceration that I strive to just lead by example, and no matter the negative situation that I was in, I found a positive asset every single day. I found something to, think about, the smile, even on my worst days, even when I fell down on my knuckles and my knees, I found something that would just make me smile, something that just made me feel good, you understand?
Right.
So manifestation is great and it is real. So I used to always get myself ready and shit like that, always was brushing my hair. I'm always doing my little facial cream.
Regular routine.
Just regular, just
Right.
upkept shit. A lot of niggas in jail used to be like, yo, their perception was niggas come to jail and just start doing shit. No, this was me before I came to jail. This is what I did on a regular basis.
Gotta have like a routine, like a conservative kind of almost.
So, just later on down the line, these things just come into play. What you getting ready for when I come home, man? Just had the cameras ready. I just wanted to get my daughter a viral
Right.
moment. You hear me? That's
Oh, so
genuinely-
this was a girl you was already dealing with before prison.
No, I met her during my incarceration.
Oh, you met her during
I met
prison.
her
It was
during
like
my
a
incarceration.
letter thing. Y'all was sending each other letters and stuff like. What I'm trying to ask is, how did y'all make it to Life After Lockup? Like, who engaged the situation with Life After Lockup? Love After Lockup.
She reached out to them. They had like some shit in their group chat. Mad Janky. She reached out to it. We gave our story, and we didn't hear nothing back. So now a year and a half later, I'm on my way home. I go through some bullshit. I transfer jails. Now 3 weeks before I come home, they hit back.
So you still ain't know nothing about. Well, you knew about something because you sent them the paperwork or the sign up.
Yeah,
but you didn't know that they was actually getting with you or putting you on the show.
You know how many people want to be on TV? So you got to think about how many emails they got, how many. Right. So we just like, all right, whatever. We swept that shit under the rug. My wife not no TV person. She not no camera person. That's not something that really she give a fuck about. That was more so off the strength for me. So when the opportunity presented itself and these people reached out to us, we gave our story again. We did it again. And they said, all right, we're going to hit you back within X amount of time. All right, we cool. We waiting. 20 minutes later, they hit us back. Hey, we want your story. When does he come home? I came home just within the nick of the time. They need from this frame to this frame. I met right there. They said, oh, this is a speedy process. We want you. So we went through the whole process and everything.
Cameras right there.
They sent me paperwork. As far as like I'm under NDA now. Once I told you that, boom. Now I'm inside these disclosures. Certain things I can't talk about, whatever the case may be. But as far as like what's been seen and reiterated, I could talk about all that shit for the most part. Okay. But nonetheless, like everybody had their own perception on what they see on TV.
Some people like for instance, some people is familiar with the story. Me, myself, I got more familiar with the story after I met you. You know what I'm saying? After I met you and I started seeing what was going on, just doing research about not only just you, but Love After Lockup also as well. So, some of the stuff that was like brought to my attention was you kind of had a situation going with your wife. She's still your wife now?
Yes.
All right, with your wife. Then it was like another situation going with your mom. Did you have any beef with any other cast members? Was it a thing like that, or they just predominantly work with your situation?
No, it's about my life, my situation, the people who I pinpoint them to bring whatever to the viewers, and they utilize that. So they'll talk to you, they'll talk to him, but they have all these conversations separately. I don't know what conversation they had with you. You don't know what conversation they had with. I don't know. It's a lot of things that you don't know, but then there's a lot of things that you do know. So it just like it plays tricks on you. That's why it's entertainment. That's why it's all for the people, because you know what happened in real life. But then when you go back and you sit there, you're like, oh, what the fuck? How the fuck they? Right. They merge some shit together that don't even correlate together. But to them, that's how .
So what was it that made them want your story? Like, you don't really got it. You know what I'm saying?
What made them want our story? I would have to assume is what made them want our story is because at this time, me and my wife was married for going on 3 years. Upon me being released from prison, we was never with each other sexually before, and she met me through her baby father. So when I was incarcerated, started my bid off in Auburn, he was on the same cell block as me. They have it misconstrued as he was my cellmate, like we was bunkies.
Yeah, I was bunkies and shit.
All right. I was with him for about 6 to 8 months, roughly. I transferred out, my classification dropped. Now, genuinely, we exchanged information. Now, I didn't need to exchange much information with him because he was already sending text messages for me. He was already doing these things.
So he already had the information.
Yes. So now we exchanged information genuinely. He told me, yo, when you go to the next spot, put the number on the list, etc. All right. I get there, time goes on. I put the number on the list. I reach out for him. He tells her, yo, make sure you answer the phone for him. Those things. He know my situation. It's ups and downs. I got 65% of my bid in my hands right now. People doing what they want to do, etc. So when I meet her, I'm going through what I'm going through. She's just genuinely trying to help me get to who I'm trying to get to on that phone. So, what is the lighter? She trying to get me to who I'm trying to get to on this phone. It's not working out in my favor. So in the midst of this, I'm keeping up with this guy, her baby father, just as well. You know what I'm saying? Now, at first, he tells her all these good things about me, how inspirational I am, yo, and he talks, people listen to him, You know, he like a
And
jail
it's her
celebrity.
dude at the time that was telling her this?
Yes. He's like a jail celebrity, you know, things of those nature. So she wanted to see who the fuck this dude is.
Yeah, she was basically putting you on.
From her eyes, she comes on a visit one day. I'm down there with who I'm down there with. She sees me. This fucks her up. From her, this is her story to tell eventually whenever she tells her part. But this is how you gotta merge it together. So she sees me from afar. You know, for the most part, she like what she sees. She been had a sniper on me. Right. So now she's asking him all these questions daily. Yo, how's this? How's that? Whatever. It's jail shit.
Did she see you from a visit, or you just talking about like keeping you eyed? Right.
She seen me on a visit. Once he talked about me so much, they talked about me so much on the phone. He
done put it in there already. She want to see what's going on.
All right. So now fast forward the time. I'm in this spot. He is now trying to manipulate her into. Some things happen with him, whatever the case may be. The money runs off the phone. Now, I'm the cause of this, quote unquote. Mind you, I'm not talking to this girl. I'm not doing none of this shit. I called her 1-2 times and she tried to do a 3-way for me. It didn't work out. So she, now when I call back, I'm laughing about the shit. Yo, tell that nigga stop tripping, man. Ain't nobody doing none of that shit. Yo, try to call this number for me, blah, blah, blah. She being a genuine person, you hear me? So, along the lines, I start asking her, how is she doing? You know, what's up with you? How you doing? How your son doing? Whatever the case may be. And she just started venting.
And at first, you were just really calling her for the 3-ways and shit like that.
She's just venting. So now I'm telling her about my little situations with my girls I got going on. She like, okay, you know, she's shooting her little shot, but, you know, nigga ain't paying attention to it, whatever the case may be. So now, as time goes on, I'm dealing with this other girl, and I'm talking to her. She's my friend. We just kicking it on the phone. She doing what she doing out here in the world. Right. She's sharing her little stories with me. I'm sharing my little stories with her. But we on a motivational path. Mind, body, and soul. That's what I was big on my whole entire bid, nonetheless. So now, she eventually just like, yo, you dealing with all this, you know what I'm saying? I can help you, whatever the case may be. You don't got to be dealing with all this shit. I'm going through just silly shit. She like, yo, you don't got to go through all this shit, whatever the case may be. All right, cool. So now, she out here going through shit. I'm in there going through shit. How can we collaborate? You know where that went. You know what I'm saying? All right, we can make it happen. Now, it's a beneficial situation for the both of us. It's not just sitting here talking on the phone. No, you got legs, I got legs. We got both brains. Right. Let's make something happen.
Putting shit together.
We made it happen, bro. So, long story short, now this was this was a stranger that was genuinely just helping me. Now she was a friend, and now she was my business partner. Now it's my friend and my business partner. So now along the lines, you know, we kicking it, we chopping it up and shit like that. Genuinely.
And with you being in prison and her being out there, but y'all spending that time, whether it's
on the phone,
y'all building shit the whole.
Her first visit coming to see me was May 19th. 2019. That's on her birthday. She took a time to come and visit me. Her first time I'm coming. She didn't see me before, but through another eyes. But actually came and sat down with me on the visit. She came on her birthday.
That's dope.
That was her introduction to me. And then from there was like she kicked the door down, and I already knew once she came and sat down with me that one time, and she was gonna keep coming back.
Did y'all ever, like, not to be weird, but did y'all two ever have a discussion about son? Or y'all was just like chopped it up and was like,
it is what it is, you know what I'm saying?
Some type of way, bro, he wanted to smoke behind that shit, or he was
at first, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And you know me being jail nigga,
type shit.
You land around the wrong niggas talking about me, it didn't happen. So it's like, all right, you know the repercussions to certain things, but nonetheless, it was never nothing that I was just forcefully just doing. It's like, nah, watch your mouth. You ain't about to just keep flapping at your gums. You wilding. Call, check on your son, whatever the case may be, and then that's that. Now, moving forward, since I've been home, he done called the phone, we done talked, I done chopped it up with him, you know, it's all up. Now, nigga probably be trying to rock me to sleep. I ain't no goofy nigga. I ain't gonna just go for anything. But nonetheless, from my standpoint of view, it's, you know, it ain't nothing.
Hold on, just give me 1 second.
Take your time, brother.
One second.
What's up with the people? Shout it out, top of the bag. Get up and get active. I know this my shit. When y'all hear that, y'all know that's me coming through. Top of the bag. Get up and get active. Y'all can follow me on all social media platforms. Don Coleon on Facebook. Don_Coleon 6 Deuce on Snapchat, Instagram, TikTok. I'm here showing love and support. Genuinely. Take time. Trying to build connections, networking. And you got to start somewhere. So this is just a way of doing it. Striving just to see where things can possibly go. When I met him, I liked his vibe. He's a good dude. I fuck with him. So I told him I'd come and sit down. Shit, we gonna chop it up.
My bad, y'all. I had to take care of some business real quick. Apologize about that. Once again, we gotta pay some bills real quick. Make sure y'all check in with Lando and y'all get them Happy Packs off Lando. He got those over there. Y'all know the Happy Packs. Make sure y'all get those off Lando. He got those. Make sure y'all do that. Huh? I gave it to her already. Make sure y'all do that. So yeah. So now, alright, boom, we at the time where so it was never nothing. He probably landed in another spot. He probably asked about your name and shit.
It was what it was, bro. I left that shit alone, and then eventually, niggas getting their moles when they in jail. They gotta figure it out. So he going through what he going through. He mad box trip, so he's not calling none of that shit.
Yeah, he ain't even doing
we just living our lives. She doing her, I'm doing me. And shit, she just took the boat over and just drove that shit, bro. Like she was there. There was no can you do this? Can you do that? Everything was done. Packages every month. 35 pounds. I ate like a fucking king the whole time I was in that shit, bro.
And it's probably because you, not to cut you off, but it's probably because too at the same time, because I've been there before. I've been in prison. I did 7 years in prison altogether. So it's like, at the same time, when you're dealing with a female, you got two dudes with the same female or talking to the same female, but they could be doing two totally different things. Like, one nigga could be so caught up in jail, like when he called, the only thing he really trying to get at is a package or some money or something.
Jail
and
shit.
Then another nigga could be literally calling, even if it's your girl, like just like the situation right here, and he could be talking about outside stuff or just building, planning, seeing how she feel, how he feel, what's going on. Then he let her know different situations that he already in. She know what to do, what not to do, how to. You get what I'm trying to say? It's a difference. Like when you in prison and you just be calling, talking this bullshit. These are the things that happen.
Body, soul. That's what I worked on every day. In my downest days, my most fucked up days, I was gonna find some type of light to look at, bro. I swear to God. And the majority of the time, I had to close my eyes to do that, and I knew it was there, and that was my manifestation. Everything that I'm seeing now, I'm living. It ain't got nothing to do with me coming home, running up a bag, doing this, doing that. I'm just a genuine nigga trying to find my way out here, and I just came home to reality TV through manifestation. It was just like it genuinely made it happen.
So boom, fast forward a little bit. The day you come home, what do your day look like?
When I come home, my day was like, is all this shit real? Like, it didn't feel real. You come out, you got cameras. It was a big hype. Everybody in jail, niggas, you could be whatever you want. You a Ninja Turtle in that motherfucker if you want to be. So it's like.
And then that shit's so crazy because with you getting a short notice like that, you didn't even really know what was going on. So it's not even like you was politicking with niggas telling them like, yo, bro, yeah, this is what it is. You didn't really have that much time.
No, it was just like, it was a spur of the moment things, and it spread very fast. And I left home from Cayuga. That shit little as hell.
Yeah, it's niggas in here on New York.
I was in Mohawk. I started off in Auburn. Then I went to Gowanda. Gowanda shut down.
You was in Auburn population or the depot?
No, I was in Auburn population. I started the bid, and I went to Gowanda. That shit shut down. I landed in Collins.
How much time did you do? You had max time if you went to Auburn, right?
I had 8 years. I got sentenced to 8 years, 5 years post.
How long did it take them to drop your classification where you could get with the DBs?
Like 17 months, cause I had no time in. I did all my time in jail. I bailed out.
You met your wife in the max when you was in the max or the medium?
Medium.
It was a little bit easier at that point, right? Or it didn't matter either way?
It was just more so like, you going through all this, and it was just like, we both for each other was just like a breath of fresh air. Like, I'm guaranteed to go get on this phone for the most part. Just my energy. I wasn't on bullshit running around. I wasn't gang banging. I wasn't doing silly shit. I was just a genuine nigga. You ask me where I'm from, I tell you where I'm from. I'm from Buffalo. If you where you from in Buffalo? I'm from Minnesota and Bailey. I stood on that shit.
Know,
and I ain't hide that shit.
Shout out to the Buffalo niggas. Shout out to niggas on Walden and Goulin. Shout out to the Fruit Belt. Shout out to all my niggas. Y'all niggas know what it is. I fuck with the low, my nigga. I love them niggas, and y'all know what it is. Y'all go up north, y'all know them Buffalo niggas is not with none of that, though. They not with none of that. You know they be on that player shit. I just say player. They be on that player shit.
So I be chilling. That's where I'm from. That's where I'm born, bred. I just, I went my own way. So I let people.
Side question: what y'all about to do about the football shit, though? How y'all gonna get around this Kansas City shit? Y'all cooking this year, or y'all about to figure it out?
Every time they drive it all the way, it's for whatever reason, it's like peer pressure. They feel it. It's like that pressure. Mahomes just give it to their ass every single time. I gotta respect it. I'm tired of seeing them niggas going to the Super Bowl, but it's like you gotta respect it. Mahomes taking it there every trip.
Mahomes did, but Josh Allen.
And I'm not no big sports fan and no shit like that, but it's like I root for Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? That's my hometown. I love them. And I'm just hoping that one day, Buffalo, one day. Damn, can y'all just make it one time? God damn.
Last note on the football thing, man. I just feel so bad for Josh Allen, the quarterback for Buffalo. I just feel so bad for he's balling game after game after game.
He driving, he balling.
He's balling. And I just feel so
Josh
bad
Allen
for him
shouted out.
Like, for whatever reason, they just can't get over the hump. Like, it's Kansas City, not for nothing, because Kansas City did it to Baltimore, too. It's Kansas City. It's not really Josh Allen. It's just somebody better. You know what I'm saying? But back to what we're talking about. So, all right. Let's say, for instance, I can just imagine for other people, the viewers that's out there and shit like that, if they stumbled across this, right, and they came home the first day, I could imagine they would be at some point in time like giddy, feeling themselves, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at what point in time, if it was a point in time where you accepted it for what it was, and you probably like locked yourself in the bathroom and was just like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, what the fuck? Like, as far as like the hype and shit goes, as far as like the media goes.
Sometimes it's a struggle. Sometimes it's a battle. Sometimes it's fun. Sometimes it's what you make it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still trying to find, what it is that I want to be consistent with doing. So it's like I'm doing a bunch of different ventures all at one time. And it was like, I launched this, but it's like I want to see what's going to catch the most traction and motion. So, just genuinely just trying to find my way, and then dealing with reality TV. That's what it is. It's reality TV. It's for you all's entertainment. People take that shit and they genuinely have heartstrings, and that shit pull on people's heartstrings. So it's like you want to give that feel to make people feel like they're with you. You know what I'm saying? See people sitting there yelling and screaming at the motherfucking TV, like, and it's like, oh, bro, that's the TV. But it's cut and edited to make you see what it wants you to see. Like, it's not for, I don't know, bro. That shit it's just like once you actually live it, you actually behind the scenes of these fucking cameras. It's a different type of lifestyle, and a lot of people don't understand. So you have to block all the negativity out. You gotta not, read too much into the comments.
And they be on it.
You can't be in them groups and shit like that. Like, you just gotta you gotta try to separate that shit, because now you're intertwined with the TV, and that shit starts spilling into your real ass life, because people taking that shit what it is on TV. And then when you got your family members, you got going in and going in with the commentators and bashing you right along. You taking the publicity that I gave you all to be a part of, and you trying to take that shit and bash me and use that shit against me. That shit dead.
So you think that they portrayed more negative than a positive?
Oh yeah, hell yeah, absolutely.
Love the afterlife.
It's a trash TV, but you gotta understand and realize that. So we adapted and we learned quick, and we went with the flow. Now, what we actually thought we was gonna fucking see on the TV was a whole different thing, but we went with the flow. I'm a team player. I'm gonna take one for the team. This got to get done to make this scene make sense. Let's get it the fuck done. You sitting there, you hungry, you tired, you aggravated. That's where they get you at. You know what I'm saying? They know how to get your buttons to push. They figure out what's gonna make you mad, what you like, what you don't like, all these different things. Like they figure out your character so they can figure out a way to paint you. We just a puppet in the fucking TV show. That's just what it is.
Right.
So you either gonna be a team player and go along with it, or you gonna kick the high road and just go about your business. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do this shit. I continuously do this shit because it's just like, you know what, fuck it. It's exposure. It's what you is. It's networking. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, if I wouldn't been on a TV show, I may have not met you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Genuinely. There's a lot of people that I may have not met, you know, and now that I am on TV, it's like, you know, the world sees you now. It's not just a, you know, a regular, just a person no more. No, everybody knows who I am. When they say Troy, they know exactly who they talking about. Right. Like, it's no ifs, ands, or buts about that.
Nah, because not for nothing. Shout out to my mom. I didn't even know that she watched this kind of shit. Or none of that. But not for nothing, my mom called me, and I spoke to you about this a little bit earlier. My mom called me yesterday when I put the Facebook
you'd be surprised.
Reservations up and shit. And I'm like, yo, I got the dude coming on there. I started explaining to her. She's like, yo, I already know who he is. Like, I already know who he is and stuff like that. And that shit shocked me a little bit because, you know, I didn't meet you from the TV shit. I met you through a mutual friend, Randall's, you feel what I'm saying? So when y'all was explaining to me, I didn't know how deep it really was until I started doing my personal research on you. And I'm like, yeah, like, bro's showing me, like, even little clips and videos, stories with thousands of views, so I understand it got to be some form of stress on top of you. Have you ever responded to a fans, like to the point where you got into it with them because they didn't understand?
At first, I used to go back and forth, but it's like when you on social media, you don't know who you talking to. You know what I'm saying? You just reading silly ass comments. You like, hold on, who the fuck just said? So now, as you get into the social media lifestyle, excuse me, when you get into the social media lifestyle, it gets different. Now you respond to people off of the followers. I'm not responding to you got 300 friends, no followers, your page not monetized. That's where people they trolling, and you got to start figuring this shit out. So at first, I'm oblivious to this shit. I just came home from jail, motherfuckers saying all type of crazy shit. I keep going lives, sticking up for my wife. Because all these silly ass fucking comments. And you know what? Once I blocked that shit out, it was like, okay, now I'm good. Tunnel vision. Then you get your mother bashing you all crazy. You like, yo, what the fuck is going on? So now you got your mother bashing you, going along with all this silly shit with the TV show and all this dumbass shit. And it's like, yo.
I heard about that also as well. That was one of the
all I wanted to do.
Said. She was like, but my mom kind of took sides. Like I said, I don't. And
everybody is going to always pick a side.
What's going on? But my mom, I just heard her say, she with your mom on it. For whatever reason, she was your mom. She didn't really give me the reason, but she was just like, I side with his mom but I didn't know what she was talking about. I didn't even get. My mom could talk a lot, to be honest with you. And if I would have got into that, it would have been like 2 hours of some shit I didn't even know about. She would have probably explained. I probably should have listened to her. But she knows you. She said she want to meet you and shit like that. Y'all probably FaceTime, but she probably at work and shit. Probably FaceTime her after. But do you feel like in a way your mom kind of like traded on you or changed on you for the fame?
Hell no, this is just her. It's just people just get to see it for what it is. Like, this has just been my mother my whole entire life. And people try to intertwine it with, oh, it's my wife, or, you know, the wife and the baby mother and this, that. No, it don't got nothing to do with none of that shit. This is just the way my mother has just been treating me my whole entire fucking life. She don't care. She treat everybody like that. If you make her mad enough and she get on there, she gonna bash you, talk about you. That's just what it is. But genuinely, it's like, that's just who she is. So I have to cut strings and just, you know, just let love be what it is from a distance.
Has she ever used your platform to do it on a higher level?
Yeah, every time she say my goddamn name, every time she say my wife's name, because people troll her page and go in there and say, oh, they said this, oh, they said that, and make it seem like we're talking about her, or we're bashing her, or anything of those nature. It's like, nah, I'm over that. I had my one little outburst moment, you know what I'm saying? I went on here and wild my mom up on Kate, and it was just like, you know, it went out of control. It showed a nasty character of me, but people understood now, like, okay, this is just
where he came from, what he got going on.
And people were like, oh, stop posting it, stop doing it, stop doing that. This shit be on YouTube. This shit be all. And by the time once it get to me, it's like, oh shit. You can only imagine how many people have seen it once I see it. So it's just like, nah, I be genuinely getting pissed off. Like, why you keep doing this? So this is why I show it. Because it's like, I'm seeing this, so y'all get to see this shit. Y'all keep talking about me, bashing me, and doing all this shit. All right, so I'm gonna get paid for this shit. Y'all tripping. Y'all not gonna keep sitting there doing that shit for free. Just
Right.
giving up free content. Other people is recording this. Your mom or somebody else could be sitting behind that phone, sitting there smoking the blunt, ain't got to do shit, but sit there and screen record her and laugh at her because she talked so nastily and dog me and call me all types of names, talk about my wife so foul, and they sit there and post that shit, bro. And now it's up there for everybody to
Right.
see. You can't take it down. It's like, damn, why the fuck would you do that shit? And then you say a bunch of shit that's not true. You gotta genuinely know me for who I am and where I came from and shit that I've been through to even come out your mouth and say some old crazy ass shit. So it's like I
Do you
post
think?
that shit to let them go and see it. Go
Do you
see how
think
she
it's?
talk
Do
about
you
me.
think it's stuff bagging her now, or you think she's just on her own with the shit, but just because I'm trying to basically figure out like
I
what is
can't
the
tell you because
she just
I
hate? Is
don't
it like
I
she
don't
hating on
know
you,
I
or
don't know enough of her to say she went through this, she went through that, she would I don't know. I don't know. I know that it must be something to do with
when you got out of prison?
I got out of prison May 1st, 2024.
Oh, you just got out of prison,
Yeah, hell
like
yeah.
last shit. Oh, this is new. This is new. So how old is you
My
right now?
mother,
If you don't mind me asking,
huh?
how old is you right now?
I'm I'm just turned 30. I'm about to be 31 this year.
You maxed out?
Mm-mm.
You did you oh
I
so
came over a good time. I did my bid the correct way. I came across some bullshit at the end of my bid, but nonetheless, I end up beating that shit. You know, they always trying to play foul
what?
while you in prison. So
So how it was before you went to prison though? Like what like was you around your mom? Did you live with her? Was you around her? Like were you at Buffalo?
I was living in Buffalo my whole life. That's a whole nother part of my life, a whole nother story. But growing up, I can genuinely say I never grew up with my mother. I never had a room at my mother's house. And when the times where I seen my mother, it was, do I, if I want to be there or not. I came and I went. Her and my father, they had their little bullshit going on for however they dangled me in the middle of that bullshit.
Yeah.
And they both got their own story to tell. So it's like, genuinely, there's a lot of things that I don't know. There's a lot of things that I made up my mind as a kid that I just don't give a fuck about, and I stood on that shit. Where that old soul of mine came from at such a young age, I don't know. But there's a lot of things people think I give a fuck about. I really don't. I don't care about the relationship between me and her. If she wants to repair, she know as a mother, she know what to do. You know what I'm saying? But as far as me, I gotta continue to live my life. I have kids that I have to raise, and I gotta show them
So
quote unquote the right way.
this shit been going on since
Man, this shit
you
been
know
going on my whole goddamn life, man.
so
This ain't no TV shit. This ain't
right,
no
right, right.
jail shit. This is my whole life. People just get to see it for what it is. That's just the real. That's just the raw. And I hold back a lot because it's just like, you know what? This is my mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know internally what's going on with her. I do love my mother. I do want a better relationship with my mother, but I gotta continue on with my path and my journey because I gave you publicity. I gave you a platform. You can do what you want with it, but you're not gonna use it to bash me and tear me down. So that's just
How does she
how
feel?
I feel.
So when the last time you been around her? Y'all never went out to go eat, discuss this shit, or
No,
like just y'all two?
and I honestly think that's been a lot of problems in my life. Is just the one-on-one time that people want to spend with me. I don't have time to give. Everybody wants my time. Everybody wants my attention. Like, and in the same sense, I made a decision while I was in prison to move out here to Syracuse because this is where my wife is at. This is the person that held me down. This person who took care of me. So for the most part,
You
it's
wanna
like
make sure you go where you good at.
that was a decision that I made. You change your people, places, and things, and you gonna change your life. Look what the fuck I did, bro. Just
Right.
with that, I made that up in my mind a long time ago, and I stuck to that. So it was no. Is you going to Buffalo? Is you going to Syracuse? Is you going? No, I told myself I'm not going to Buffalo. I'm going to Syracuse. This is my stepping stone, and now from here, we shoot off and we go. This is just a starting point.
And I still see you maintain a certain type of routine. See you was young, having a mother and a father that wasn't on the same page with each other probably, and not even on the same page with you. It's certain shit you had to do. Like for instance, I pay attention to certain shit. Like you probably be like, yo, bro, why the fuck you keep asking me about the food? Why the food? Cause that's a big thing for me because I know how to cook, but I never cooked enough to. It's not art, nigga. Like my shit, not art. Like I'ma eat it if it come out, type shit. But you feel what I'm saying? It's a certain type of art that come with food, and I feel like when I see a food, you got the art in there. That time of cooking, you had to probably do that even before prison. Raise yourself. I don't know what the situation was. You probably lived with like a grandmother or something, or like I don't know.
I live with. I had many different lifestyles growing up. My father was intertwined with different women throughout my childhood. So I had stepmothers, I had different grandmothers, you know, like as a kid, these is what they tell you, like, oh, this your grandmother, this. So I had a lot of great women in my life to show me, you know, what love is, but it's just as my own mother. I felt like I never felt that. I don't know what love is from my actual own mother. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't show that no way, shape, or form. So, nonetheless, um, growing up, I had great women in my life, but the woman that sat down and started to teach me, and when your mind is a sponge and they know that you adapt in everything, like this is what he can become if I teach him these things. Like that's when she took a hold of me and made me who I am. Like had to cook, had to clean, had to do all these different things, but she made it so like you don't ever got to depend on nobody to do nothing for you. You can do all these things for yourself.
So, other than your wife, personal question, you don't gotta answer if you want to. Other than your wife, who was from your family coming to see you while you was in prison, like checking for you? You got sisters, brothers, or something?
During my incarceration,
Cause I was young when I got.
I had visits sporadically. Now the ones who came to see me, they know it's all love. I love them. I appreciate them. The bros, a few of them came through and stopped time or two, and came and seen me. But the consistency, was my wife. Consistency was my wife. That was all I seen on a regular basis. That's all I talked to on a daily basis.
And that mean a lot.
Everybody else was sporadic. I talked to him when I talked to him. Or if I had something going on, the bros, they helped me out and shit like that. But
nah, that mean a lot though, being in prison. Cause I was 17 when I went up north. So it was times where people couldn't even legally come see me. You know what I mean? Like being that young, doing that shit like that.
That was when I first went to jail my first time too.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? People couldn't even come see me and shit like that. And the whole time, like just like your situation, sporadically, people came here and they did see me. I just asked you that just to see because that also builds momentum when it comes to shit like this. So do you feel like what's going on with your mom, like you personally, not what everybody else feel or nothing included in that, but do you feel like it's worth the repair after so long? Like for instance, I'm gonna give you an example of what I'm saying. Like my father, right? He lives in Jamaica and shit like that. This nigga lied and said he got deported and shit. He got arrested, lied, said he got deported. Basically ran before he could come back. They changed the law. Nigga ain't been back since, right? My father. I feel like now it been so long that it's not even worth me talking to this nigga. Like I feel like it wouldn't make me either way it go. But with a mom, that could be totally different. Like I wouldn't imagine not having like my mom to just pick up the phone and talk to her or some shit like that. So I know how you feel when it comes to that. But as of now, I guess the question is, do you feel like that's repairable or is it even worth it?
As of now, I'm 30 years old, and as a man, it's just like if it repairs
Make sure
itself.
you talk right here, buddy, for the mic so the mic here.
I feel like if it repairs itself, it repairs itself. If not, it is what it is, bro. Life continues to go on. Like that's just what it is, and that's just something that when we all have our final day, that's just something that we all have to live with. That's just something that I gotta live with.
You say it, if it repairs itself. So
the relationship, me and my mother.
But it's gonna take like alright, two people part of the relationship, you and your mom. So it is two people. So you not willing to do it if you say if it repairs itself. So will you like is you willing to like call her and be like or like get in contact with her and be like, yo, can we sit down and talk without all of this other shit going on, all of that extra shit, and just chop it up?
Eventually. Right now, I gotta focus on my life, what I got going on, where I'm trying to be, and that's just continuously, it's hindering me. You know what I'm saying?
But maybe that's what she want though. Maybe like she feel like you don't got time for her. She probably feel like, yo, listen, I fucked up. I was probably it's probably, you know, a guilt thing. Because I can't imagine that she wouldn't want to talk to you with all this shit going on. She probably don't have like no a way to direct the energy, right? Or just doing something that she's always done, or don't feel like she know how to come around you. Or when she tried to, you probably eventually, I gotta focus on me. That's kind of like she probably feel defensive at that point because damn, she already fucked up, and then now she probably feel like you don't want nothing to do with us. She probably think that you focusing on your career is an excuse for her. And that might not be the case because, you know, we niggas, like, this is what we do. This is how we gotta live. At the end of the day, you ain't made the situation, but you ran with it and you made the best out of it, like you said. But she probably want to get next to you. Maybe. I'm just speculating. I don't know.
In due time. That's what, that's, you just give me things to think about, but nonetheless, it's in due time. It's gonna work itself out, and however it works itself out, I'm okay with the outcome. That's all I can say. Genuinely. For real.
So you will repair that. I feel like...
Take a bathroom break real quick.
Yep, hold up. Listen, man. We 41 minutes in strong. Shit is getting real right now. We gotta take this bathroom break real quick. Hold on. I'll be right back. Gotta take care of this. Yo, can y'all call Chris with me? Yeah. And just call her on the phone and see what she... And then she got like 100 things to do. Make sure y'all lock into the stream. We got my boy Cali in the building. Cali in the building over there, quiet. That nigga in there asleep, man. It was a long night, my boy in the building. Talking about these Eagles. Yo, listen. While my boy take a break, bro, let's talk some Super Bowl talk real quick, man. Listen.
Talking Super Bowl talk.
We talking Super Bowl talk real quick. We got the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs, my nigga. Not for nothing.
Honest opinion of your prediction.
Honest opinion of my prediction?
Your prediction.
I feel like honest opinion. I feel like my honest opinion tells me that Philly is a way better team than Kansas City right now. And I don't even mean it. I feel like they got Patrick Mahomes, but if you took Patrick Mahomes off of Kansas City, I feel like they don't have it's just mad regular niggas. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Mad.
So basically, you go over, it's basically like Tom Brady never had a superstar. You can stack anybody with Mahomes.
Type shit.
And they going, yeah.
Now, you see how the Eagles was already in the Super Bowl the year before last, but they added Saquon Barkley, and now he made a difference where you could see the stat. You could see his stats making a difference on the team. Like, you could see A.J. Brown's stats making a difference for the team. Even with the 4-for-1, you can see Jalen Hurts' stats making a difference with the team.
Right.
Where Kansas City is just like, without Patrick Mahomes on the field, it ain't really no different. But they win.
Yo, he told me to speak up on it. I try to go on there too, though. It's not.
Yeah, I know. I seen it, but I did fix it a little bit. And that's I can't have it screaming because it's two mics near each other. So I don't want to turn it up too loud and then it start feedbacking. So they either got to turn their phone up or, you feel me? That's what they got to do. But I could try a little bit. But yeah, though, so, yeah, I feel like naturally with me, because my mom is very important to me for what I do. Like, we don't even talk that much, but she's very important to me. Bro, I used to be like one of the baddest kids ever for no reason, though. Like, I used to run away and shit. My mom used to put me in a headlock and shit. Ask this nigga, like, my mom used to lock me in the trunk, bro. My mom had a fucking two-door, this is back in the day, too. My mom had a two-door Ford Pro, bro. Like, fake-ass racing car, fake-ass NASCAR type looking shit, whatever you want to call it, right, bro? And then the back trunk used to, like, pull up, bro. I used to run away from home. My mom used to get this nigga to catch me, bro, and throw me in the trunk, bro, and drive me to the crib, shit like that. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, I say that to say this, though, not to tell you the story, but just how hard a mom will go for their son or just certain experiences. And I know, like, sometimes that's the part, like, you feel what I'm saying? Not like that situation, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
all I want her to do is just stop disrespecting and bashing me. That shit sick. I don't care for nothing else, bro. That's just what it is. It's just like I'm not gonna be around you and tolerate you disrespecting and bashing me. You my mother at the end of the day. Stop talking about me like I'm a dog in the fucking streets. That's just what it is.
But that's the thing. What the fuck is she going off of? Is she going off the TV shit or is she going off real shit? If she not around you,
Bro, this is just my mother.
she just.
My whole life. I'm genuinely telling you, my whole life.
I feel like you should holler at her, bro. Not even just saying that because I'm here and I'm trying to say this for the show. Because if everybody that know me, they know me one way or the other. But I feel like you should holler at her. This what I'm saying. Because if y'all not around each other, what is the influence or what is the gasoline that's making
social media?
That's what I'm saying.
But yeah, social media. She stay off social media, she'll be a better person. She feeds into the viewers.
But you are social media, Brody. You are, Brody. You showing me shit with 15,000 views from you cooking food, bro. Like, you are social media. Niggas on TV, bro, and especially
yeah,
like,
but that's don't you can't. That's like your mother. You on TV. Your mother's getting on the internet and bashing you. They're taking that shit, putting it on YouTube. This is what I'm saying. My kids got to go back and go see this shit one day and see how their grandmother talked about their father. Like, it's mad, crazy ass shit. So it's just for the world to see. It's like, why would you do that? That's all I'm saying.
That's very.
Take social media and show people who you are. Like, that's what your platform is for. It's not for you to fucking get on there and bash me. It's to show your character, who you are. You got your fans. You got people who love you. You got people who want to talk to you. Use that for you, not for me. And
it's kind of like a boomerang thing, right? Because I want to say, in one way, I want to be like, yo, damn, she probably feel like, yo, she gotta, like, fuck this dude, like, kind of crazy because you are somebody. She probably like, fuck that shit because you didn't include me and whatever, or reach out to me and whatever the case may be. But then again, it's like a double. How you say double in times? How you say that shit? It's like, cause she ain't been there. So it's kind of like a fucked up shit. It's like boom, boom, boom. Like, you feel what I'm saying? And not for nothing, if she do come around, you probably in your head thinking like, damn, I'm already this person now. What the fuck could you possibly?
what you want me to do?
Yeah, like what the fuck could you possibly? How could
But I did my best. I still brought my family to the table.
Fact.
Still brought my family to the table, nonetheless. Whether they was there for me or not, I still brought my family to the table. So you can't use that and bash me and talk about me and do weird shit. I don't like that.
Not for nothing, gang. What's that shit you had on yesterday? Pulled up with the black shit on. With the bag and all that.
Oh, the jacket that I had on? Burberry.
Yeah, Burberry. Nigga had the Burberry. Not for nothing, my nigga. You still out here Burberry. Still out here earringed up, jeweled up. You feel what I'm saying? Doing the shit you gotta do. Not for nothing. Some people that come from shit like that, like with two parents, nigga, some people got one parent missing type shit. And
Because I didn't have a fucked up life. I still carried myself as such. I still had great, I had great people that showed me good characteristic traits, but everybody still had they fucked up ways. Nobody was perfect. Nobody's perfect. But nonetheless, like, I was raised right, so it was I just took my own path. I made my own self who I was. I made my mind up as a kid. A lot of things that I was gonna do, wanted to do, and that's just what it was.
So what's going on? With wifey now? Everything is still everything healthy? Is it just y'all not filming the show no more, or you just like fuck?
No, we are continuously going on life after lockup. Me and my wife, we still together. Everything healthy, everything good. We living, we learning, continuously putting shit together, and yeah.
I see. You train people in the gym and shit?
Yeah, I just got my personal trainer certificate. I took an online class. I've been doing it for a while. I learned a lot, self-educating myself. So it's like when I went and took the test and everything, that shit was like, for the most part, easily for me to do. Got my certificate, and yeah, I'm striving to focus on doing my personal training just as well.
I see that.
I do a lot of cooking. Just mind, body, soul shit, bro. Like, I just wake up every day and just try to figure out ways to just be a better person, to just be better.
Wow. I feel that, my nigga, because not for nothing, right? I'm heavily into politics and I don't know why.
My wife is heavily into the politics too, but we gotta be because look at what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You could wake up today and they could be knocking on your door talking about some yo, pack all this shit up. We own this. We change it. You be like, what the fuck?
For real.
And you don't want to be blindsided. So it's like you want to know what's going on out there in the world. Politics is very important. For us now day and age, it's getting very very silly.
Yo, not for nothing, right? This is gonna sound like, and I'm talking to the stream when I say this. This is gonna sound like the craziest shit ever, right? But not for nothing. If you really want to learn something, or you really want to get some knowledge of a lot of stuff that's going on, I swear to God, get with somebody, have a conversation with somebody that been to prison. I'm gonna tell you why, right? People that been to prison had nothing but time to sit there and think and overthink, extra think about each and every scenario, right? The only bad part that come into play is time stops for them, right? So like, let's say for instance, if somebody get locked up in 2013, time really stopped for them in 2013, physically in the real world. But other than that, when it comes to an educational thing, or everything that happened prior, most things that happened during the time, from an educational level, that person is adapt in a different way. They book smart in a different way. I don't even know if what I'm saying is making sense, but you gotta get with somebody that been in prison before. The way that they think is just different. The way that they train themselves is just different. Like he said, he come out here. Like I do my routines, but I got different type of routines that I got going on. Different type of routines that I do. But for somebody to come out here, have cameras in their face 24/7, have situations going on with they family members because of this shit, or even before this shit, that shit gotta take a lot of stress, a lot of pain on a person every day to deal with that shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Every day to deal with that shit gotta be crazy, buddy. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all share and subscribe to the channels. I'm like live on like a lot of shit right now. So make sure y'all support this. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep trying to get more and more and more people here that got a story, something to talk about, something to say. I'm gonna get them the platform so they can do their thing. And like I said, Bo that pulled up in here, Troy, he bigger than me at this shit, not for nothing. Like, he got more viewers than me at what he doing and all that. So I'm kind of piggybacking off of his story to get lit. But make sure y'all check this shit out. Y'all subscribe. And yeah, just check for more content.